Today, we're going to take you on a journey to one of England's most beloved cities, Southampton. Located on the south coast of England, Southampton is a famous cruise port city that attracts visitors worldwide. And that's why many people travel to the area to embark on a cruise. Today, it's often called the cruise capital of Europe, but there's more to Southampton than just its port. It has a rich medieval history, vibrant culture, and offers plenty to do if you have one or more days to explore this destination.
Southampton is known as the cruise capital of Europe, and that is what took us there to this city. In future episodes, we'll discuss many destinations we visited from a nearly 2-week-long Baltic cruise that started for us in Southampton. We spent one full day in Southampton, so let's jump right into it and tell you about our visit and what you can see there and do if you have one day to visit Southampton, England.
And as we get into exploring the city, first we're going to talk about getting to Southampton. Nearly 2 million people pass through Southampton every year to enjoy a cruise, and if you're one of these, you have a choice to make. You can get to Southampton directly, spend a day or more there before your cruise, or if your schedule permits, we would recommend fly into London, spend several days there, and then make the journey down to Southampton if what's bringing you here is a cruise. On our trip, we spent 5 days in London, and on a Tuesday morning, we packed our suitcases, strapped one on top of the other, walked from the Star Hotel to Hammersmith Station, and took the tube to Waterloo Station. From there, boarded the South Western Railway, and in about 90 minutes, we found ourselves in Southampton, and that train journey cost us, for the both of us, $104, I believe was the conversion.
It was about noon when we arrived at the Southampton Central train station. You'll see directions at the station for cruise ship passengers getting off the train, as many people go straight from the station to the cruise terminal. But we arrived one day before our cruise departure. It was too far to walk to our hotel with all the luggage that we had that encompassed 28 days of traveling. So we decided to take a taxi that was outside the train station, and off we went to our hotel.
But first, as you mentioned, Julie, we were off to our hotel, and that was our first stop, so we dropped our luggage off at the Harbour Hotel. Check-in at the hotel wouldn't be for several hours, so we left our bags at the hotel and set off on foot to explore a bit of Southampton. We had the afternoon available to explore several sites. Before leaving home, we mapped out a few places that seemed walkable from the hotel, and we started by exploring several areas of ancient history in the city.
Our first stop was to visit the ruins of Southampton City Walls section. Southampton City Walls encompass an impressive half-mile-long stretch of medieval forts that survive from the age of pirates. When originally built, these historic defense structures encased the entire city. Constructed in the 1360s following an attack by French and Genoese privateers, these walls played a crucial role in defending the population. These walls have witnessed many significant events throughout all of history or their history, including sieges, battles, and invasions. Today, they are among the most complete city walls surviving in the United Kingdom. That's a big span of area right there.
Yep.
We walked along the marked trail called Walk the Southampton Walls. The trail spans 1.25 miles around the perimeter of the ancient medieval trading town. This captivating walk showcases 13 remaining towers, 6 city gates, and a half mile of robust stone walls and arcades. We walked among the old stone remains, we took photos, we read the historical descriptions, we saw the medieval mayor's wine vaults, and Westgate, a beautifully preserved medieval gatehouse. We visited the Bar Gate, one of Southampton's most iconic landmarks, the ancient entrance into the medieval town. But they said there was a ghoul here, after the offices of somebody that was involved in the seafair stuff, forget his name. It changed into a jail. Walter Fleming, probably the richest man in Southampton in the 13th century. So this is a stone building here. And then in the 1300s, it became a vault here. And then in the by 1450, it's all a vault. So they call it a wine cellar. So underground storage of wine and probably other foods. It's cooler. After walking among the ruins, we ventured to view more ruins at the Church of the Holy Rood.
And Holy Rood Church in Southampton is a medieval church with a rich history that was tragically destroyed during World War II bombing raids and never fully restored, although today you can visit the ruins as we did. The church history goes back to 1320 with a rich history in the Middle Ages. And in November 1940, the port city was blacked out during a German bombing raid, but the German Luftwaffe used the white painted spire of nearby St. Michael's Church as a landmark, dropping 10,000 bombs on the city, causing immense destruction. And during the World War II Blitz, this church suffered major damage, with only the tower and chancel remaining intact. Saved from complete removal, the bombed-out ruins were transformed into a stunning memorial garden in 1957. Today, it's a memorial to merchant sailors who once worshipped here and victims of the Titanic. We walked through the ruins that were accessible to us. Inside the roofless structure, there were audio displays made by the Southampton Oral History Unit, where we could listen to narration from people connected to the Titanic disaster and the destruction that the church suffered.
I just remember the scene being as bright as day with an orange glow, probably from the flames. Holy Rood Church had lost its spire. The spire was gone, and the tower on which it rested must have been acting like a chimney, because the sparks were coming up out of the tower like a Roman candle and going higher than the top of the spire before splaying out. The windows were gone, the roof was gone, it was just a mass of flames.
Another area is the God's House Tower. It's a historic structure located at the southeast corner of the city walls. Originally a gatehouse in the late 13th century, the structure got its name from a nearby hospital of God's House, which assisted impoverished travelers since 1168. God's House Tower evolved into a fortification designed to accommodate cannon weaponry. It played a significant role in protecting the area and functioned as a storage space for gunpowder, guns, and ammunition. The need for defense diminished in later centuries, and the building was transformed into the town jail during much of the 1700s. Eventually, in 1961, the Museum of Archaeology was established within the tower, providing a glimpse into the rich history of Southampton. While we were in Southampton, we stopped for some food to give us a little more energy on all the walking that we did. For lunch, we walked from our hotel to the Maritimo lounge, as the menu seemed pretty versatile. We selected a lighter lunch, going for the soup of the day, which was carrot, tomato, and onion vegetable. This soup was served with ciabatta rolls and butter, and it was an excellent way to start lunch. We had an order of the honey-roasted beetroot and feta flatbread for our entree. This entree had chickpeas, tomato, and red pepper salsa, pomegranate seeds, and mint on a flatbread, and it was delicious. If you so desired, there is tea, which is served in a teapot with a little milk vessel on the side.
We don't get it served that way in the United States.
We do not. So we enjoyed that a lot. That was a really tasty lunch, and it got us going for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And then we moved on. On French Street, we visited the Weigh House. It housed the royal throne, or the renowned weight beam scales and weights, dating back to the mid-13th century. This landmark played a crucial role in weighing merchandise, notably wool, before they embarked on their journey from Southampton to various ports across Europe.
And before our trip to Southampton, I had read that one of the points of history that this place is famous for is its connection to the Mayflower. So we made a point of checking out the Mayflower Memorial. It's located on Town Quay. The Grade II listed monument commemorates the sailing of the Pilgrim Fathers to America aboard the Mayflower and Speedwell in 1620. And it was in Southampton that the Mayflower stopped for repairs before embarking on its journey to the New World. The ship also took on additional passengers and supplies in the city, making it an integral part of the Mayflower's voyage. The memorial that we saw was erected in 1913 with a dedication ceremony attended by descendants of the Pilgrim Fathers. It's a 50-foot-high column of Portland stone and bears the name of those who sailed on the Mayflower and a bronze plaque depicting the ship itself. We visited the monument to reflect on the courage and determination of those who sailed on the ship over 400 years ago. Today, the memorial serves as a reminder of Southampton's role in American history and its enduring ties to the United States. And in our quest to see as much of Southampton as we could in an afternoon, next stop was Southampton Castle. Built after the Norman Conquest, it played a crucial role in the wine trade through Southampton docks. Today, only a few remnants of the castle remain visible in Southampton. The castle Watergate, built in the 13th or 14th century, is still preserved and forms a part of the city walls. Visiting here, you can explore Castle Vault, learn about the castle's history through guided tours and informative panels. What do you think?
So here we are in Southampton, and it actually has a lot of history in it. There's old buildings. It's really has a lot of pleasantry about it.
Mm-hmm. Some ruins because the city was apparently bombed during World War II.
Yeah, but it had a church, St. Michael's, that actually made it through that blitz. But what we are noticing is the second you get off at the terminal, the Spidey sense kind of goes up quite significantly. There were people, even at the terminal I was watching, there was police all over the place.
Yeah, you notice quite a more significant police presence when we were at the terminal than anywhere else we've been so far in England.
Yeah, and there was a few people that I was already keeping my eye on. So and now we're walking through the city, and Spidey sense has gone up a few times.
Yeah.
So
You have to be aware.
yeah.
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 But interesting place, so we're going to continue checking out some of the sites.
Mm-hmm.
We walked on to our next memorial. This one recalls the history from April 10th, 1912, when the unsinkable ship called Titanic departed Southampton port, with 3,327 passengers and crew on their way to New York. It would hit an iceberg 4 days later and sink. Several memorials in the city pay tribute to the victims of the Titanic. The memorials pay homage to the engineer officers, the crew, musicians, seapost officers, restaurant staff, and local victims. Walking up to the Marina's hotel, the building resembles a ship. Check-in was very easy. The staff was helpful. They helped us arrange for transport to the cruise terminal the following day at the time of our check-in. We stayed at the 4th floor. The room was very nice. We opened the door and I was so pleasantly pleased with how nice the room was, the size of the room.
All right. Our room in Southampton at the Harbour Hotel.
10 people in this bed.
This is a bigger bed than we had in London. Bigger.
Wow.
It's a little lumpy.
No, it's down.
It's down.
Down.
My bed is lumpy. Look at the view. Show me the view.
If I can get it open.
Oh. A view of the harbor. Marina, rather.
Marina.
It's a nice view.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll keep the linen drape open. Oh, look, Julie. What is that?
What? Okay, so I'm not sure what we're looking for.
Careful what you're looking at.
Oh, honey, you can see out towards the
Isle of Wight, perhaps?
Isle of Wight. Is that what we're looking at?
Well, that might be in the, yeah. Yeah, that's that island, I think.
You know what?
What? Oh, it would help if you...
If you take the caps off,
Yes.
It helps for you to see
Okay.
what you're looking at. Let's see. Wow.
I've never had a hotel room that provided binoculars before. So that's interesting.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Except for I can't focus.
And then these are very classy looking drinking glasses. I've been racking my brain the last couple of days. I remembered reading that there was something on this trip that we had planned. We're traveling for 4 weeks. That someplace we were going to be had complimentary gin. And I thought it was in London, and we did all our stay in London, didn't have any complimentary gin, and here on our table at the Harbour Hotel in Southampton is a decanter filled with gin. So guess what's going in this glass tonight? Yeah, we're having gin. I'm having gin. Another good meal that we had was at the hotel's restaurant on the 6th floor. They have what they call the Harbar restaurant. We enjoyed views of the marina from our table, and they have seating options both indoor and outdoors. The menu had excellent options available, and the bar menu was immense. For dinner, we enjoyed sweet peas and mint tortellini served with asparagus. And Julie, your entree was a quinoa salad, including cauliflower, kale, carrot, chickpeas, tahini, accompanied with a glass of Merlot. It was a lovely dining experience, reasonably priced, in a very attractive location. And there's ice just waiting for me.
I didn't know you put ice on
Here. Yeah, like ice on gin on the rocks. Yeah. Whoops. Would you like some lime? Yes, I would love some lime. Thank you.
Wow.
I would love some lime. How about I put it like right there? No, how about I put it in there? All right, and A little after dinner drink.
Look how big it is. You can put like 3 people in here. But we're not going to put 3 people.
What?
Not good.
Not tonight.
No. It's just huge. Soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said down maybe in there too?
There's the top covers down.
That looks like it's going to be comfortable for sure for
Yes.
a night's sleep before hopping on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
And look at that view.
The view is wonderful. Very nice.
Very.
Oh, and you made another discovery just a few minutes ago.
Yes, the floors in the bathroom are heated. Amazing. I was like, wow.
I had a king-size bed, comfortable seating in both corners of the room, and in the middle of that was a desk with ample room to lay out a keyboard, a laptop. If you had to, you could get some work done. There was a selection of books on the desk, and it provided some reading material, and a flat screen TV that sits above the desk. The bathroom was immaculate. It was absolutely beautiful. One thing that I loved was it had a rain shower head. It was posh. It seemed very posh. So all in all, it was a very extremely comfortable room, a very nice mattress to sleep on, very comfortable. It was quiet. We had a good night's sleep. And that was a good thing because the next day we had to get up bright and early and head off for our cruise. Both of us would give pretty high marks to staying at the Harbour Hotel in Southampton.
Absolutely. Yeah, would stay there again, hands down. And that brings us to the question of how many days should you spend in Southampton? And given that well over 1 million people come to the city to hop on a cruise, I would recommend at least plan for a day to see some of the history.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum a day.
Because there's so much there to see. I mean, we filled up every minute of time that we had while we were there. You could easily fill a good 2 days if you're in Southampton. So I would say 1 day minimum, 2 days would be probably ideal. And that would be a nice visit to the city.
Yes. So we hope you enjoyed our trip through Southampton that is through our eyes and our tips on where you could stay, what to eat. It's someplace that we would highly recommend that you visit yourself. It was a very nice city. Different vibe from London, but it was a very, very nice city. And if you have any tips or comments for us, please leave them for us, and we would greatly appreciate that.
If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. And to see our future travel adventures, hit the subscribe option.
We'll be back soon with more adventures from the places where we go.